大家好，在我的职业生涯之中呢，就是呢，很少会听到一件事情呢，是一再重复的发生的事情哦，就是呢，不管我去哪里去看风水啊，或者帮客人算命的，有一些就是大部分的客人都会提起一个名字哦，我也不懂为什么呢？这个事情一而再而三的发生，就会提起一个人。那在我开始我今天的 live 的时候呢，我给你们听一个 live recording 啊，这个 live recording 呢，就是在我帮客人今天看风水的时候，又有一个人被客人提起，所以我们先听一下这个 recording 先。
那个马斯那个前那时候就去拜拉胡拉胡哦拉胡就在拜拜不需要拜不需要拜对，我把那个东西弄死了，因为我那个室内神还有那个大佛现在是在之前是那个庙对，现在是在他的家说可能我问他还是让我知道哪一个庙因为那个马斯那个前那时候就去拜拉胡拉胡就在拜拜不需要拜不需要拜对，我把那个东西弄死了，因为我那个室内神还有那个大佛现在是在之前是那个庙对，现在是在他的家说可能我问他还是让我知道哪一个庙
所以呢，这个 voice recording 我播了2次了，重复了2次，大家有没有听到一个名字？好，我们再听最后一次好不好 ？Right? Perhaps I will explain it in English again. Be it in on-site Feng Shui Audit or doing astrological reading for clients, a name that has often been mentioned time again and again in my consultation with my client is this name, right? 所以呢，你们再听多一次啊。OK， 所以呢，这个人是谁呢？你们听得到，可是呢，我不认识这个人呢。坦白说，我不认识这个人。那到底是发生什么事情呢？我觉得真的，因为一而再再而三的发生哦，有客人提起这个名字哦，这个名字。OK， 是什么事情呢？就是呢，这位所谓的OK 啦，你们知道是谁了哈？我不懂他是谁。就是呢，他就明明呢，客人不需要拜那个拉胡啊，那个拉胡天神就是我们泰国的拉胡天神，可是呢，他就当然是说你很多问题需要拜那个拉胡天神，那又浪费了一笔钱。然后拜了那个拉胡天神之后呢，也没有进展哦，事情没有进展，没有得到一个好的发展。然后呢，又告诉客人呢，要请四面佛啊，又请什么佛啊，拉瓜很多不同的佛像放在一个错的地方，在那个 office 一个错的位置上面，还要呢那个客人坐在他的背在旁边呢，这个我们叫做右面是白虎位嘛，还要放在客人的白虎位那边哦，那个拜的神。所以呢，现在客人呢就又有很多问题需要解决。第一呢，就是那些神因为他现在搬新家，就不想再把这些神带进去新的家里面。其实有一些佛像，有一些神像是不应该放在家里面的，尤其是四面神。我们所说的四面神就是 Prapum 嘛 ，Prapum 就是泰国人很喜欢拜的一个神。可是如果你看泰国的佛庙 ，Prapum 就是四面神，永远都是放在室外的。为什么这样呢？因为四面神在天界上是一个很大法力的一个神来的，是大概就是说第三个最高的神里面其中的一个。所以呢，我们是不可以在室内里面，然后上面有另外一家人，他们踩在四面神的头上那个要记得。可是呢，某一些所谓的大师呢，因为叫你请四面神，他也可以去帮你开光或者帮你做什么什么法事等等然后呢，当然他们又收你一笔钱，好像刚才这一位大师叫什么名字我听不懂我也听。 这个 master 啦，因为是一再而三哦，一再一次过的发生哦，就是客人告诉我这个名字，让我不认识他也不行。可是我真的不认识这个人啊，坦白说，你们认识你们就要注意这些事情了，因为第一，他很喜欢卖一些2块钱的东西，就卖你200块钱，而且呢，你人生没有问题，他也叫你要拜拉胡啊，要把四面神请在家里面放，四面神永远都放在家外面的。哦，当然现在社会里面很多人不懂这个道理，就把四面神请了在家里面。然后呢，四面神是那么高层次的一个神啊，我们不能够上面有人踩到他。那你请的四面神放在家里面，他又没有被那个在一个好的位置，有人尊敬他，然后上面又有人踩着他，那你怎么会好呢？你的人生怎么会好？他怎么会保佑你呢？对不对？所以你去泰国的时候，所有的大公司甚至佛庙呢，很多时候四面神都是放在外面的一个地方，不可以让人家踩到他的头。所以你听到其他的大师说，四面神可以请入家里面，然后放在什么什么地方，那个是错的。所以呢，你们真的要小心哦。他们因为可以赚你的钱，当然什么东西都可以叫你去做哦。叫你去拜拉胡，不需要拜拉胡，他也叫你去拜拉胡。然后呢，你的家里面不可以放四面神，他也硬的说哦，你一定要请四面神这样子。然后呢，帮你开光啊，帮你做一些法事啊，又收你一笔钱。我说过了，开光这些事情最好还是请高僧做。我们平时这些人在社会当中还是在我们这个娑婆世界，我们比较说有七情六欲啦，没有那么说清净。可是你请佛庙里面的高僧开光，他们真的有修行，他们帮你开光也不会收你的钱。可是我不懂为什么在新加坡那么难请高僧去帮人家开光或者什么的，那不用紧，你自己拿去佛庙请他们开光就好了。不要被那种什么又叫你拜拉胡啊，没有事又叫你拜拉胡，又叫你请四面佛那种随便收你的钱。所以呢，真的要小心。So what I'm trying to explain today, right, is that today I went for another on-site Feng Shui audit, and once again I received a complaint from my client about another practitioner in Singapore. So as I have actually, right, kind of understand the frustration that my client has went through, and perhaps we can listen to this this voice recording together.
那时候就去拜拉胡啊，拉胡就有些人在拜不需要拜，不需要拜啊，对，我把那个东西弄成，因为有那个四面神，还有那个大佛啊，现在是在之前是那个庙里，对，现在是在他的家，说可能我问他，还可以让我知道哪是哪个庙。
So what is really troublesome about this case, right? After the other practitioner by the okay, I will just call him directly as Master Tam. Okay, Master Tam asked my client to invite a lot of Buddha statues into his office and house, including the Prakpum, Lakwa, Pasivali, a lot of Buddha statues to be invited into his home. And later on, right, because all these Buddha statues are placed in the wrong position of the office, and also because certain Buddha statues are not suitable to the birth chart of my client, who is basically leading the wood and fire elemental energy, whereas all the Buddha statues that has been invited to his home are all of the metal element, because it is all bronze and all golden in color. So it is not suitable for the clients. Thus, the clients was not able to receive any positive changes. And additionally, this Master Tam also asked my clients to go for all kinds of Rahu prayer, whereby in actual fact, my client doesn't need this kind of Rahu prayer if you really analyze his birth chart. So what I'm trying to say is that we really have to be careful when a Feng Shui practitioner asks you to invite certain Buddha statues into your house, whether they are suitable for you or not. You really have to double check with someone who have a thorough understanding of 八字紫微斗数 reading, because your birth chart is the basis. in terms of Feng Shui analysis. You cannot arrange your Feng Shui properly without looking at your birth chart. This is the truth in metaphysics. So really have to be cautious of all these problems that are occurring in the Feng Shui industry in Singapore. Wish to highlight to all my viewers again and again, right? Personally, I don't know who is Master Tam, but because my clients have mentioned again and again his name, so I couldn't help but to know this name, but I don't know this person by the name of Master Tam personally. But including the line gems and whatever that has been selling, right? I have investigated in Thailand. This kind of line gems actually cost about $2 to make, and he's selling you at $200. So if you really want to get proper items, get it from the temple, right? Don't go for this kind of $2 become $200 kind of takrut. All right, the temple, they are takrut that is made by monks through many months and even years of prayers. All right, they don't anyhow go to the aquarium shop, get some gravels put into a takrut tube and sell you. Right, even the takrut tube, it costs only about $2 to $4, but he's selling you as $200. And when you don't have problems in your life, he will ask you to go for Rahu prayer and invite the problem into your house, etc. Right, as I mentioned, problem cannot be placed within the house unless, all right, unless you really have some kind of special Feng Shui arrangement for it to be arranged in such a way that it is not being trampled by people on top, right? For example, you are at the most the top level of a building, then you can put it there. Or you have a garden within your house, then you can put the problem at the garden. You should not invite the problem into your house and place it in a position whereby there will be people living on top, having people stepping on top, or even worse, in worst case situation, you have another toilet on top of your problem statue. That is very inauspicious, and because of this kind of disrespect, the problem will not be able to help you or bring positive developments in your life. All right, so just some of the things to highlight to my viewers. And other thing that I have done for my clients today is to help my clients in terms of getting a proper door opening, because today is a day of collection of key, and it's the first day of entering the home. So a prayer ritual has been conducted free of charge. All right, it's free of charge for my client. And of course, I don't believe this. I mean, I don't know why certain practitioners charge another round of service charge for this kind of prayer. It's really a form of blessing for my client. So I actually was very happy to be able to invite it to carry out this prayer for my clients. So perhaps we can watch this video together, and perhaps I will adjust the brightness of the video first. Okay. So this was what I have done for my clients today.
Nama Bhagavate Vaisanje Guru Vattaya Paparachaya Tathakataya Ate Sama Sambuddhaya Yata Om Vaisanje 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 Sammo Gate Swaha 诸佛心悟入佛，瑞爱会华堂，华骨顺辉。 仪门瑞气进入满堂，人宅迎欢，阖家欢乐，身体健康，贵人扶持，五福临门。好了，然后呢，刚才那个红包呢，好大呀，南无巴嘎瓦提拜神者咕噜，佛陀呀巴巴。
So beside conducting a prayer for my clients, I have also, of course, surveyed the entire house and also conducted astrological reading for their family members. I have always emphasized on this point whereby 风水以人为本. The feng shui analysis always have to be conducted in accordance with the birth charts of the clients. You cannot go to a house and conduct feng shui analysis without looking at the birth chart of the client. But overall, I will say this is a rather positive house with positive facing. Right, in terms of feng shui, right, if you are able to find a good facing, you will at least pass your examination already. Okay, but of course, not all of us are so fortunate to be able to find the proper house facing. But nonetheless, this house is at one of the best facing in the next 20 years, which is the 9 universal period. So I want to congratulations to my client for being able to find such a good facing, a house with such good facing. Also, there is a very good view facing the sea also. All right. And overall, it is a very positive layout with the wealth areas located at the big room of my clients. Of course, very beautiful view. Able to see Sentosa actually. On the right is actually Sentosa. But of course, some minor problems have taken place. For example, there's a problems of facing road that is having what we in Chinese call the Fang Shui, but that can be overcome with certain Feng Shui remedies. Not a very serious problems, especially there are certain buildings blocking this Fang Shui. And of course, there are also certain Luantou Feng Shui which are not so positive but can be overcome. For example, if you can observe this area, right, from the photo, there is a kind of 白虎探头, a sign of 白虎探头, which is right here. Right, if you look out right to the right is what we call the white tiger area, but we can see obviously on top of this mountain, suddenly there's this white, this patch of gray or white area, right, with two horns at the top. We call this a 白虎探头, or what we call in Chinese having the white tiger showing the head. So it is another problem that we have to overcome in terms of feng shui. But not a very serious problem. It's pretty far away and can be solved, right, with the proper feng shui remedy. All right. Additionally, there is another church that is at the right side. Also, it can be overcome. It is something that can be solved with feng shui remedy, because religious places are usually more towards the spiritual, consists of more spiritual energy of what we call, is very much like a temple. All right. Temple is not very positive to be situated in front or at the back of the house or the building. So I will say, but it's still quite far away, not so serious. This problem is not too serious, and it can be overcome with the proper feng shui remedy also. So I will take a look at some of the comments. Thank you very much, Miss Maka, for. Let me double check the sound to see if the sound is working. Because Miss Maka say that the sound is not working. The sound to see. It seems the sound is working. All right. Perhaps she was mentioning about the voice recording. All right. Anyway, Mr. Raymond, thank you very much for watching. Mr. Raymond mentioned that Master, so to pray which Thai god also need to see the budget 5 elements, or the Thai gods. Actually, not Thai gods in terms of the gods, right? All right. In terms of gods, right? There's actually no nationality. All right. There's no different race. Some gods are Indian, some gods are American. There's no such thing. All right. Nationality is something that's created by humans. All right. But what I'm trying to say is that different gods, right? They carry with them different kinds of spiritual energy, and everything in the universe even consists the deities. They are of different elemental energy. For example, Guan Yi is of the metal element, and the Dai Ru Lai, for example, is of the fire element, and then subsequently Ubaku is of the water element, plus Sengatsai is also of the water element, and then what else you have? So basically, for example, Zhonghui is of the metal element, etc. So you really must look at your birth chart to see what kind of deities is suitable for you to worship. Okay. All right. So hopefully I have answered your questions. So likewise for a client, right, who has actually advised by the previous feng shui practitioner to invite too many deities into his home or an office that are not suitable for his chart. So now the problematic point is that he has to send all these Buddha statues back to the previous feng shui practitioner's house, and then subsequently ask the feng shui practitioner that he previously engaged, which is Master Tan, right? and then hopefully he will return it to the temple, right? But I'm not sure some of the practitioner, after keeping the Buddha statue, they will resell it to other clients. So I'm not quite sure about this Master Tam, because from the reports from many of my previous clients, this name has been mentioned time and again, that he has conducted a lot of hard selling tactic, for example, such as you don't have problems in your life, but he said that you are going to have a serious problems, then ask you to pray to the Rahu, then he will charge you for the service fee or praying to the Rahu, or invite a platform into his home. They will set up the platform for you and charge you additional fees for essential this kind of sales tactic, which to me I think is very unethical, because time and again this have been reported by my clients time and again. So I'm not trying to offend anyone, but try to safeguard people from falling into this kind of thing. All right. Actually, fly to Thailand to pray is a good practice, because over there temples, I mean the monks in the temples, usually they are more well versed in whatever they are doing. If you want to pray to Prapum, perhaps you can go and find Long Po Cham Nan, who is residing in Bangkok. I mean his temple is in Bangkok, Wapakuti Thong. This temple is famous for praying to Prabhum, and Long Po Cham Nan is famous for being able to communicate with Prabhum. Of course, there are also many other masters or gurus in Thailand that are very well versed in the worshipping of Prabhum. So by all means, go to Thailand and ask the kind of monks to help you, instead of getting help from people like Master whoever, right? And then subsequently he will also sell you $2 items that cost $200. So really, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I do things，我是凭着良心讲话，也是凭着良心做事情。如果有一些事情在这个风水的这个 industry 里面呢，一直发生，一直给我客人有问题，或者给我的观众有问题的话，我都会提出来。因为我自己在泰国住了10年，自己学八字紫微斗数也是被人家骗过很多次，我知道什么是真的，什么是假的。我自己在泰国住了10年，泰国有没有也有那种也有一些师傅是卖一种很奇怪的东西，好像 in items 啊，这些 barang 啊，你们叫做 barang 我自己也受过害啊，因为曾经请过这些东西，我自己进了医院嘛。所以我不想我的客人也是受害，所以我才把这些东西真真实实的说出来。你听 Master J 很说话呢，永远都是说真话，我不会转来转去然后呢给你一些 hard sales tactic 那些东西，对你有益的我会跟你说，对你没有益处的我也会坦白跟你说。所以呢，到最后是你们自己的选择，你们有自己的自由可是呢，我不喜欢看到人家受害。那今天呢，很荣幸呢，能够进入就是呢，又帮助另外一个客人呢做一个风水 audit 啦，所以这个屋子呢是很不错啦，一个屋子啦。可是呢，有一些小问题有一些小小的问题，好像这个客人他的家呢，有2个门有2个门，另外一个门在西北方打开的时候对着厕所我不是常常都跟你们说嘛，在风水里面。西北方永远是代表男主人还有做老板的人。那我刚刚我的这个客人也是做老板的然后他也是男主人。然后呢，西北方也是我们叫做天门，是一个风水里面蛮重要的一个地方。可是呢，那边开门然后看到厕所呢，那就不是非常好了。所以我也帮客人呢，就是告诉他一些能够做的事情呢，让他改进这个某一些风水上面的缺点。风水永远没有完美的，而且呢有一个问题one of the greatest mistakes that people always make is that they only engage the 八字 of feng shui practitioner after they have selected the place. Actually, that is the wrong step. You should actually engage the feng shui practitioner before you select the flat, because once you have selected the flat, the choices or the freedom to create modification to the flat is very limited already. If you are able to select the right flat, right? If you're able to select the correct flat, then you will not be having so much problems of modifying the place. For example, if my clients previously know that it is not positive to have the door facing the toilet, perhaps he would choose another better flat that is not having the one of the door facing the toilet, right? Such are the such are the reasons why I actually encourage, right, clients to engage a 八字 or 风水 practitioner before the selection of flats to help you to select the best floor plan and the main door facing first. Because after you have purchased the flat, let's say if the flat is totally negative, with a wrong door facing, with a wrong floor plan, then your freedom to modify the flat is very limited already. So this is another misconception that I would like my viewers to take note of in the future, which will be very helpful, all right? Not only for themselves, but also for the Feng Shui practitioner. Let's say you are able to find a floor plan and a house facing that is positive, and additionally, the Feng Shui practitioner is able to further enhance the positive flag. Then, of course, that flag in terms of Feng Shui, the rating can be above 90 points, right? That will be very positive for all the occupants within the house. So this is something that I will advise all my viewers to remember. So wealth corner at the big room, very positive, but once again, having all these full windows is very negative. And unfortunately, this is a very common mistake in modern house design. I'm not sure how does this comes about, but nowadays all kinds of new condominium, landed property, or even government houses, a lot of them are having this kind of full window from the floor to the ceiling, right? Which is really not positive at all, because it is not able to achieve the point of 长风聚气 in 风水. 长风聚气 is very important because you want the positive energy to be stored within the place. It's just like money. If your money always comes, but it always goes, then what's the point? You cannot save up money at the end of the day. It's like positive chi. It can be equivalent to wealth. You want wealth to be stored within a confined area without leaving. All right. So this is why we always want to have window that is not so open, right? In this case, this is too open already. But a lot of modern houses are having this kind of feng shui arrangement, having full window from the floor to the ceiling. So of course, certain remedies have to be conducted, right? So yes, Miss Maka, yes, next time one change the full land window, need to pay extra for approvals also. Yeah, but honestly speaking, right, full windows are actually not so positive in feng shui. So why have them? I mean, it's appropriate enough if you have a window that is half, perhaps half the land, or half covering half the area of the wall. That is good enough already. You don't need to have such a full window. And additionally, right, if you have children at home and they are placing the bed right next to the full window, this will not bring about sound sleep to your children or even adults also, to be honest. So I would say, if you can choose next time, choose perhaps, I know people don't like old houses. They say old houses are a lot of maintenance costs, etc. But in Singapore, generally speaking, right, I will say old houses resales HDB flats actually sometimes have a better layout than condominium and landed property. For the landed property I have went to in Singapore, most of them are also having this kind of full windows, and a lot of weird feng shui design nowadays. For example, the whole entire house, the front is all made of glass. Then everyone can see whatever you are doing. All these are not according to the feng shui rule of 长风聚气, which is totally negative, right? But I don't know why. For example, nowadays, certain houses like this house also having a lift inside the house, right? If we understand the lift, right, like in this case, right, the lift inside the house, the lift is always closing and opening, and inside there is always the qi chang, the magnetic field that is going up and down, right? If you know how a lift function, right, always it goes up and goes down, go down and go up again, go down and go up again, right? That's all the lifts do, right? And also to shut the door, close the door, shut the door, close the shut the door. So it is not a form of stable energy. The lift carries with it the wire and all the electronic, the electric field that is all carried with it within the lift. So having your for example, this client actually one of the big room, the head is facing the lift direction. Thus, it is not positive, but still due to the floor plan, all right, the other direction is facing the toilet. So how can we solve this kind of situation? There are certain crystals that you can put at the four corners of the room to kind of frame up the qi energy of the room. All right. So I have advised my clients accordingly. And certain objects have to place in front of the lift door to block the negative qi, which is the opening and closing of the lift door, from disturbing the qi chang or the aura of the person sleeping with the head facing this direction. So it is all something that we have to take note of. It's very convenient to have the lift within the house, but ultimately it is not a form of, to be honest, not a form of positive feng shui, right? Unless you are into career. For example, you are a surgeon who constantly need to use metallic tools such as scissors. Then this kind of feng shui arrangement may be more positive for you, but generally speaking, it is not positive for most people. Okay, so these are some of the things that we have to take note of when we conduct feng shui analysis, even for ourselves. All right. So I have prepared certain items for the whole the house opening, and to have my clients get blessings from the all the deities and all the gods, right, from heaven. Perhaps I will show the video from another function. Not sure if it is possible, because I believe just now the sound is really very blur. Okay, so let me try to see if that's possible. All right, I guess my computer is kind of hacked. All right, never mind. Okay, all right. I think perhaps I can open it right now. Let me see if I can open it. Right. So I will show you the video from
Bhagavate Vaisande Guru Prataya Paparajaya Tathakataya Ahate Samasambuddhaya Yata Om Vaisanje 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 Sammo Gate Swaha 祝福心悟入佛，瑞爱会华堂，华武顺辉，仪门瑞气进入满堂，人宅迎欢，阖家欢乐，身体健康，贵人扶持，五福临门。好了，然后呢，刚才那个红。
所以呢，这个就是一个刚才为客人做的一个仪式了啊。所以我们其实呢进入屋子里面第一次开门需要拜拜，然后呢，当装修完了再进去，正式的进去呢那个叫什么那个入伙可以去那边过夜睡觉的时候呢，就代表正式的入伙了，那时候还要再拜拜哈。所以看一下 Miss Maka 的 comments. What happened if already have full land window? Need to always close the blinds. Best to close the blinds most of the time. OK， 所以呢，这个 condo 是一个蛮 famous 的一个 condo 啦。可是我在这个 live 呢就不方便说它是什么名字。好了，所以呢，今天想跟大家分享的就是这么多了哈，所以大家真的要小心了。好，不要乱听人家说你需要拜拉胡啊，然后呢就乱去听那个风水师又跟着他去拜拉胡，然后他又收你一笔钱，然后呢到最后呢拜了拉胡还是没有用，然后呢他又叫你没有用，你就请那个四面佛回家，然后你才发现四面佛是不可以请回家的。所以呢真的你找到那种风水师你只会越来越糟糕然后呢，请了四面佛不够了，那你再买一个 Light Gems 来带那个 Gem 放在家里面那一边或者自己每次电带，总之很多东西我都知道。我为什么那么熟悉新加坡的风水 industry 呢？因为我客人信我，告诉我这些事情，然后问我怎么样帮他们解决问题，所以我非常了解新加坡谁是谁。所以呢，可是真的呢，我说的话呢，都是为了客人好了。看一下 ，instead of always close the blinds, can paste those opaque paper 也是可以，只要好像那种 glossy 那种不能够看到外面透明的。因为风水我们永远都是说there are actually 3 types of 风水 right? The behavioral 风水, the psychological 风水 and the environmental 风水。So you also have to take care of your psychological 风水。 like having all these transparent window right open, right? It is actually for example, if you sleep beside the full window, it will actually affect you psychologically also. Okay, so Krupa Loy's items can be trusted. Krupa Loy is a 70 reaching 80 years old bang in Lofton, Thailand, and he's one of my idols also. Not in the sense idol, but I really respect him because at the age of almost 80, he still wake up at 3 a.m. every day to first start the day by teaching his clients and not clients, his students and his disciples. Then after that, all the way until the morning, he will start to meet different what we call the devotees and pray for them all the way till afternoon. Then he rests and do his meditation and his Buddhist practice. A very hardworking monk. All right, he has devoted his whole life into Buddhist teachings and into of course spreading the Dharma. Okay, so one of the most beloved monk by me. Okay, so perhaps before I end today's session, I will just to just for fun, all right, we'll listen to the video. I mean to the voice recording again. Okay.
因为那个 master 那个前那时候就去拜嘛，
所以呢，
拉胡，就在下拜，不下拜下，不下拜啊，对，我把那个东西弄出来，因为我那个室内神还有那个大佛现在是在之前是那个庙里对，现在是在他的家说可能我问他还可以让我知道哪是哪个庙因为那个 master 那个前那时候就去拜拉胡拉胡就在下拜，不下拜下，不下拜啊，对，我把那个东西弄出来，因为我那个室内神还有那个大佛现在是在之前是那个庙里对，现在是在他的家我说可能我问他还可以让我。
所以真的会很麻烦啊！如果呢你请错了神，好，我们有一句话叫做呢，请神容易送神难啊。你请错了神，然后呢之后又要把那个神还回去那个风水师傅那边，也希望那个风水师傅呢不会把你的神像又卖给别人。他会不会真的把那个神像还给那个佛庙呢？那个要他自己决定了，看他自己要不要植一些好的功德了啊，所以真的要小心了这些问题，在新加坡都非常多发生哦。我的客人差不多就常常告诉我了，所以那一两个名字呢，我都很熟悉。好了，那今天就说到这里了，希望今天所分享的东西能够帮助我的客人还有我的观众。谢谢你们的观看，那我们在下个 live video 再见，拜拜。